it's your girl Miss Lee here. Good morning, good afternoon, or good night, depending on where you are. Before I go any further, happy 2021, guys. Happy New Year. And I hope your blessings come through this year. Also, if you haven't done so already, please hit the thumbs up and the notification so you are aware every time I upload a new video. And comment, because guys, you know I love to talk to you when you comment down below. I apologize, guys. I have not been here for a hot minute. Like, I had so much planned. But just like some of you guys, yeah, my Christmas and New Year 2020, like, it was just taken away from me. It was snatched like a thief in the night. And I was left like, oh. Yeah. So it all started, like, I was talking to my friend and I was like, girl, you know this COVID thing, yeah, me not think say it real. Me not think say it real. I do not think it's real, girl. Like, who know with COVID? You know, I was doing the most. I was giving it all the, what you know about COVID, you know? And it was like, COVID heard the conversation, you know, through the airways and like, was like, before I knew it, like, by the time I ended that conversation, it was within hours. I tell you, hours, yeah? COVID was like this to me. He was like, yo, take that, and that. And I was like, COVID taught me a lesson, yeah? So he taught me a lesson, yeah? And the lesson is that COVID is real. Guys, I have been sick with COVID for the last 3 weeks. It was about a week before Christmas. I got sick. And at first, I'm not really a sicky person. I'm not one of them people that love cardone sickness and say, oh, I'm sick, I'm not feeling well. I'm not really a sicky person like that. I usually get sick once a year, if that. So I thought, oh, do you know what? Maybe this is like a little cold. You know, I haven't had my cold for the year. Maybe it was like a little cold. I had a sore throat and a headache. I had a sore throat and a headache at first. And I was like, you know, you don't know. So anyway, as time went on, I took a couple of days off and thought, yeah, you know what, I'm okay. And that's another thing with this illness, with COVID, is that you think you're okay after a day or so, then something else licks you. Every day is something new. Not like a normal flu where you would get ill and then like for the first 48 hours or 72 hours, you're really bad. And then you know, start to get better as the days go on. So it's about a week all in all. No, not with COVID. I am like 3 weeks since my symptoms and I still have COVID. No, I don't still have COVID, guys. So don't worry, you won't get it through the video. But like, you know, some people are real, like, extra cautious. Like my grandma, I'm like 3 weeks from my first symptoms and I still have a dry cough, which shouldn't be contagious now, guys, as I said. And my energy levels sometimes still get really, really low. And up until yesterday, I was still like experiencing some back pains. That's another thing I know. Like, I'm going to explain that in a minute. So basically, my symptoms are still continuous. Not all of them, not the major parts, like not all of the symptoms, but my symptoms are still continuous. And it's like I'm getting over it, but it takes a while. So yes, you feel like, yeah, you know what, I'm fine. And then bam, something else. It's like one thing after another. So yeah, I thought that I was like just having a little common cold. After having that conversation a few hours later, by the evening, it's like I had like a draft, like cold through my chest, back through my back. It came out of my back, but it made my whole body cold, feel cold. But I had a temperature, I was warm. And my kids were like, but mum, it's hot in here. And I'm like, no, it's cold. I was wrapped up, the heating was full, but I was shivering. And I fell asleep and then I woke up and I felt worse. Like I wanted to go to the toilet, but it's like I couldn't even get up to go to the toilet. Like, seriously, I know it sounds like I'm exaggerating. Honestly, I couldn't get up. I was in so much pain. Like, it's not even pain as in a pinch or like a sharp pain. It's an ache throughout the whole of my body. My body was aching. I was shivering. I started getting short breath later on in the night, like early hours of the morning. And I remember calling my mum and I was like, Mom, yeah, your girl was running up her back. Corona beat me bad. Yeah, I did. I did call my mum actually. But I honestly, I was like touch and go. Do I call 999 or 111? And I didn't want to go into the hospital. So I'm like, I don't want to call 999. I don't want to speak to, I'll call 111. Waste of fucking time. Sorry, waste of time. It's a waste of time because they told me to go to a test center. I was like, girl, I cannot even get out of the bed to go to the toilet, let alone get in my car and go to the test center. Yeah, they didn't tell me nothing, like the website didn't tell me that. Anyway, so my manager was like, girl, you can get the test kit sent home. And I was like, hello. Anyway, I went on the .gov website and I was able to get a test kit sent home. I received it within 48 hours via Amazon. I was like, go Amazon, you get contract with the government, door. Yeah, which makes me believe like, okay, let me not, because this is not about conspiracy. I seriously did have COVID. Anyway, so I took the test. I got my results within 48 hours and it said I was positive, which I knew. I had all the symptoms at that point. So my symptoms were short of breath, loss of appetite, I had headaches, sore throat, I had fever. What else did I have? I had aches throughout my body. I had fatigue. I was tired. My energy levels was low. Sometimes I couldn't sleep though. Although I was really tired, I couldn't sleep. That was really weird. And my muscles, my muscles were aching me like really badly. I thought I'd slept funny on my back or something. No. Apparently, like, it doesn't matter where, it's part of the symptoms. My legs were, I was like, I wish I could just take off my legs and put on a new set of legs. That's how much agony I was in at the time. And as I said, each day it got worse. The cough came a few days later. I lost my taste and smell a few days later. I lost my appetite more enough. What am I saying? Did it affect my speech as well? So I lost my appetite like quite early on. Probably like within the first 48 hours, I lost my appetite. I mean, your girl ain't really complaining about that. Like, I think I lost a little bit of weight. What y'all think? Comment down below, let me know if I look slimmer. So, but the appetite's come back full force this week. This is week 3. And the appetite was like, girl, we missed you. And yeah, so I have a little bit of my taste buds. It's not everything I can taste, which is really weird, but I do have a little bit of my taste buds back. I still can't really smell. So yeah, that's not great. But I feel okay within myself. I still have a dry cough. And sometimes my back is still hurting just a little bit. But yeah, so that's what I'm experiencing right now. And this is week 3. I felt short of breath about 3 days ago. I was a bit short of breath. But I've been doing a lot of things that people have recommended, which is I've had like my Nurofen for like my headaches and stuff, but I've had a lot of fluids, which the GP also recommended, and they do recommend it online. My fluids consisted of natural stuff. So, I mean, my gran, bless her cotton socks, she was like, you need to go get some bush and boil it and drink it. And I was like, okay girl, well, like, you know, I got I got weeds in the back garden. I got a bit of grass, but that's about it. Now guys, if you know anybody who's Jamaican, if you're Jamaican yourself, or Caribbean, or even African, I believe, you know that, you know, our grandparents or those who were born there will have their own homemade remedies. And I actually think that they do work. I mean, my grandma, she's a whole 89 and she's relatively still fit. She doesn't really have, you know, much illness, you know. So she drinks her bushes all the time. And when I mean bushes, I mean like soursop leaves, cerasee, them kind of thing. They're that natural plants that grow from the earth. That's what she means by bush. But you know, those things grow in hot countries, out in the Caribbean or in Africa or, you know, hot countries, you know, they don't grow here. And I wanted to say to her, like, okay, honey, where am I gonna get that? But I have had a lot of alternatives thanks to my mum and my aunt. And it was like they're dropping things off all the time. They were like the men in the white suits, and they were like knocking the door, like dropping the things at the doorstep, and like my brother and bringing food, but like literally running away, like, yeah. Especially through my contagious stage. I mean, my gran came and literally, like, guys, my grandmother was standing in the road, like, you know, they say you're supposed to be 2 feet. She was like a whole 25 feet away from me. I mean, I don't blame her, but you know, she had her mask on and gloves. Girl, you standing in the road at this point. And she was like, what wrong with you? You all right? From the middle of the road. I was like, girl, you know, the whole street, girl, no. But you have to take precaution, because I understand how people who are sick or who are older do succumb to the illness, because it takes you out. I have been bedbound for like the last 3 weeks, you might as well say, and it's not been nice. To light. Now, I had symptoms, like some of the symptoms I was saying to my GP, she was like, oh, that's not part of the symptoms listed. But some of my symptoms were different. Like I couldn't even pick up my phone. It was so bright. It was affecting my eyes. The TV being on would be affected. Like, I had to just lay in darkness for a lot of the time. But as I was feeling better, you know, I'd watch a film or something on Netflix, as I said. But guys, Corona is real. I'm going to keep saying that throughout this video. Corona is real. Please take it seriously. Now, people, I didn't go nowhere to catch this. I believe me pitney them bring it in the yard and come give me, because in their school every minute I was getting email, oh, we got another case of COVID, we've got another case of COVID, da, da, da. Even the last day before Christmas, they sent them home, like one of like my daughter's year, home early, because they never had no teachers in there, because they were either self-isolating or off sick, like one of the two. And I was like, no, they brought it home. We all know children are like silent carriers. But mind you, my children were ill a few days before me, but not ill. Like, they had like a sore throat. They said, one of them said they had a headache. And I was like, let me keep an eye on this. But two, they're better. So I didn't really think of it as anything. But I think they brought it home to me. I believe that. So guys, just be careful if you go out there or not. Just be careful, because you could be like me, sitting in your yard, minding your business, and then you're picking them, bring it home. But be mindful who you go around. And this is the thing, people are not, they're being very selfish, because I believe if you know you've got COVID, some people's like, I don't want to get tested, like, when I get tested, I don't want my DNA, I don't want the government to have my DNA, blah, blah, blah. It's important that you know, so that you protect those around you, those in your circle, and those outside. If I didn't get tested to know that I had COVID, I could have said to my gran, come in my yard, my gran is vulnerable, you know. My mum, the same thing, my aunt, the rest of my family, you know, I've got little nieces and nephews, family, friends. And that is like a domino effect. If you don't get yourself tested and then self-isolate, it's really, 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 really important. Now, I'm not going to be here and say, guys, because of this, it was bad, go get yourself vaccinated. No, I'm not going to say that. I think vaccination is a personal thing anyway, any form of vaccination. You guys are grown and you can make your own decisions yourself. However, I will say, before you go and get any vaccination, please do your research. That would just be my advice to anybody. Do your research, because no one knows any of the long-term effects. I mean, I know that they put on the TV, you know, the media, they might show an old dear getting a little vaccine or something, but, you know, they're not showing Boris or his brethren getting vaccinated. They're not showing the Queen and her crew them getting vaccinated, her family them. They're not showing no one in the public eye, like the celebrities and all them think they get vaccinated. But we must take on the vaccination first, But as I said, I'm not here to sway you whether you should get vaccinated or not, but just do your research. Guys, Corona is real. It took me out. I had so much planned for you guys, like videos and stuff, but there's no point now, because Christmas gone. New Year gone. Literally, it's been snatched away. But I am grateful and I'm happy that I have health. Most of all, I am grateful that I'm able to bring this video to you and more. And yeah, I still got food on my table. and you know, a roof over my head, a roof over my head, and you know, we still have to be grateful for life. So yes, guys, I am very grateful. Have you experienced COVID? Let me know. If you want to put your little remedies, drop them in the comments below. I know a lot of people have their own little remedies that they've had and stuff like that. I just don't want to be out there saying, yeah, take this, take that, take this, take that, because it worked for me, it may not work for you, and it's not something that I researched. It's just something that I was desperate, y'all. I just took anything. I was like, I just want to get better. One thing, you know, I don't like being sick, and I mean, I like being sick for long. Even now, experiencing what I did and still trying to recover, I just want to be 100% better, guys, like just 100. I don't want this to drag on forever, you know. But COVID is real. As I said, comment below, please like and subscribe and share, and until the next video, guys, you'll see me soon. Bye.